Hello, this is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I just got back from 17 days in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And while I was there, I was on the water almost every day on boats. And one day I was going through the port where you have to go through in order to get on certain boats. Um, and at the port, they have security there to make sure that you're not bringing on any drugs. It's like I think it's the Mexican Navy, Coast Guard, to make sure you're not bringing on drugs or weapons or anything else that you're not supposed to be transporting. So I go through security. Every day I went through security, and every day I took my cigars and my lighter. I never had a problem. I just went right on through, and they were nice to me. It was fine. But one day, I didn't take my stuff out and put it in my book bag. I had it in my pocket, so I had to take it out and put it in the little bin that they have there. And when I did that, this woman said, "Oh, you can't take that," and that was my cigar cutter. And I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because it's not allowed." I said, "Where does it say in the law or in any regulation that it's not allowed?" They had this big giant sign that listed everything that was not allowed, and it didn't say that a cigar cutter wasn't allowed. She said, "Oh, it's just not allowed. It's prohibited. Can't take it. Port security. We have to keep everybody safe." And I said, "Yeah, but this is not dangerous, and it's allowed by law." She said, "No, but it's prohibited." And you can't really argue with these people too much because they're federal, and they don't like arguing. They don't like humor. They don't like anything. They just, whatever they say, that's what they want you to do. So I gave it to her, and but I asked her, I said, "I understand. If you say I can't take it, that's fine. You can hold on to it." And she said they would give it back to me when I came back. I said, "That's fine. I signed the paper and everything." I said, "But did you know that as soon as you let me through here, I'm going to go out to the boat. I'm going to sit down, and they're going to give me a plate of food for my lunch. And along with that plate of food, they're going to give me a knife and a fork. And that's much more dangerous than a cigar cutter." She said, "Well, that's not my problem. My job is just to make sure nothing gets through here, and whatever they give you on the boat, that's up to them." I said, "Well, okay." So I'll go on the boat, and of course they give me a knife and a fork, and they give me glass, and they have all kinds of things around there that could be used as weapons. Of course, I would not do anything to anyone, but someone could. And then I came back, and I had a conversation with a different lady, and I was asking her the same questions, like, "Your sign doesn't say this is not allowed. There's no rule or regulation or law that says that, and you don't have any sort of thing written down. So why did that lady in the morning say that I couldn't take it?" Well, So turns out that this lady's decision was very arbitrary. It wasn't based on anything. She just decided that it was prohibited, so it was prohibited, even though there was nothing in the law stating that it was prohibited. But I was still able to smoke my cigars because I used a key, which also could be dangerous. You could poke somebody's eye out with a key, but they let that through. So I used a key to cut my cigar in half, and then I smoked my cigar. When I got to this beach, I had to swim to the beach, and I wrapped it up in plastic and swam to the beach. But I was able to smoke it. And then the next time that I came through there, just in case that same stupid little lady was there again, I wouldn't have a problem. I just cut them before and didn't bring it. But it's people that like that, and it's not just in Mexico. It's in the United States too. Like, they just make things up, and they say, "Oh, it's because it's prohibited," but it's not actually prohibited. So they just make the law up as they go, and they have a badge and everything. And I don't think she had a gun, but sometimes they have guns. So because they have the badge and the gun, they can do whatever they want, and it's pretty crazy. But it doesn't make any sense, just like a lot of things don't make sense, you know. But I made it work out. And I had fun, actually, you know, just making them look bad, like showing them how senseless this was, and how it didn't make sense, and how what they were saying had nothing to do with the law. And, like, you know, these kind of people, and not just in Mexico, but here in the United States too, they have no education, or very little, right? They have no skills, but someone gives them power, and so they decide to use it, and they try to make themselves feel better by using their power. But it is what it is. So that was that.